Hi Taurus. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be telling you guys what is going to be coming in for you in August. We'll be covering your life, what's happening overall in your life, what's happening with your career, business, and your finances, and lastly, what's going to be happening in your love life in the month of August. All right, so I'm just going to pull some oracle to talk about what you can expect or the energy that you're in August. Give me Taurus's energy in August. Anything significant, please allow it to come out. Ooh, look at that, Taurus. You have abundance. All right. So this says keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, show gratitude, and have bliss or be in bliss. All right. So you definitely want to be pulling out those manifestation methods, whether you just visualize, whether you're going to be using the water method. Which is just speaking, like pouring yourself a glass of water or opening a new bottle of water or putting it in your tumbler, your Stanley, whatever you use, and speaking your affirmations or what you want in your life into your water as if you already have it, and then drinking and hydrating yourself throughout the day. All right, so that's an easy one. 369 method as well. You can look that one up as well. But you definitely want to be pulling out the manifestation techniques this month and not sleeping on it, because you really can bring in that reality for yourself starting in August, your new reality, whatever you want at this moment in time. Okay, let's see what else comes out for you. Give me one more card for my Tauruses. And we have healthy choices. So making healthy choices in love and in life, practicing self-love, practicing self-care, and being happier. And that's self-explanatory, but just making choices that align with your highest good, that you can sleep well at night, that make you happy and make you feel fulfilled, that are going to be putting you in that vibration of abundance, prosperity, and good luck. So yeah, I love that for you. Bottom of the deck, we have Axe. So definitely cutting off the bad energy, the bad vibes, whether that's people, situations, things that no longer serve you. You're definitely getting rid of the old and bringing in new. All right, let's talk about lifestyle for you. What's going to be happening in your lifestyle? What's changing? What's coming up in August? We'll talk about everything lifestyle in this section of the reading. So tell me about Taurus's life. Anything changing? Anything new? What does Taurus need to know about their lifestyle in the month of August? What does Taurus need to know about their lifestyle in the month of August? Give me some messages, please. All right, we have the Five of Wands. Justice. And the Seven of Swords. It's interesting. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. So you will be around groups of people and having different energies going on in your lifestyle. That goes to your interests. You may be doing or experiencing, enjoying your interests with a group of people. When it comes to hobbies, maybe you're doing joint hobbies with people. When it comes to your social life, you'll be around a group of energies. There seems to be a group around you. Similar minds or like-minded energies that are all have similar goals in their life. So you have like-minded energies around. This seems very positive. All right, not much to say there. With that Five of Wands, I do feel like there is a difference of opinions around you. You may have a lot of people trying to place their beliefs or their opinions on you and your life. I see you having to set the record straight or having to put certain people in their place and set boundaries. It seems like a lot of people want to tell you what you should be doing, what's good for you, who you should be dating, what you should be spending your time, engaging in. And I see you having to assert yourself and just say, hey, what works for me works for me. My life is not yours. What makes me happy is for me. And having to, set the record straight here. Let's see what's going on with the Five of Wands. So there's some petty drama starting off in August in your life. But it doesn't seem to really phase you. I think it's just annoying having people wanting to place their opinions and judgments on you. See what's going on here. It's almost like because you're in these groups or you are involving yourself in some type of group energy, it's like if you have a difference in opinion or a different belief, it's an issue for everybody. Okay, it kind of throws people off when this is very normal. You should have different opinions and beliefs than other people and still be able to coexist. So something very petty is happening there. See what's going on. Five of Wands. This is like people wanting to challenge your way of thinking or how you do things. All right, what's the Five of Wands? All right, so we have the Magician. Okay, so this really goes hand in hand in what you're manifesting or what life that you want to live. You kind of setting things in stone and maybe even adapting to the life that you see for yourself, the lifestyle that you see for yourself. Some people want to give you their opinions. When it comes to the Five of Wands with the Magician, this almost feels like people wanting to put fear into your heart. Like, say you wanted to open a salon. It's like people are saying oh, I've tried to do that before and it doesn't bring in a lot of money, and people can be very stuffy and bougie as clientele, and it's always some issues and there's always a lot of chargebacks. People just wanting you to do what they want you to do and putting fear into your heart about what you're manifesting in your life and your capability to have those things. So just because someone feels like they can't have that in their life, they can't reach that epitome in their life, why are they trying to make it a joint thing where it's also in Taurus? So you may see that from your parents, your siblings, your friends, maybe colleagues, people when you're just speaking about the things that you're bringing in, just wanting to put doubt in your heart. So don't be afraid to stand up for yourself or just set boundaries and say, listen, we don't have to agree, and I actually never even asked your opinion. And it's great that you worry for me, but I got this, okay? For real, take a chill. What else is here? Yeah, Ace of Swords. There's this really deep conversation about your life and what you're doing these days and your hobbies, your interests, maybe who you're dating, your social life, what you're going after, your next goals, the life that you want to live, the lifestyle that you see for yourself. It's almost like you're being questioned here. So you're being told not to falter or not to shy away from speaking your truth, but also setting records straight and maybe even setting boundaries is going to be very crucial here. But it's nothing that you can't handle, especially with the Five of Wands. It's petty as hell. Justice. I see something going in your favor, okay? Something that is owed to you, this is karmic. So yeah, this could be some type of legal proceedings or a court case that goes in your favor. Maybe you had to fight or dispute charges. Maybe you had to dispute something with another individual. Something is going in your favor. You're getting good karma and you're seeing it play out in the way that you would like. It's a favorable outcome for you with the Justice. All right, clarify justice for Taurus. I see you just having a smile on your face because you were right the whole time, or you did something correctly, or something just, you dealt with something that just was not owed to you and it's coming back in your favor. All right, Five of Pentacles. So there could have been an energy here where you could have been judged. You could have been judged for, like, maybe someone thought you had a lack mindset regarding something and you didn't, but you just knew the truth about it behind it. Maybe that's why you weren't pursuing it. Maybe that's why you didn't want to do something. You could have been judged harshly for that, and now it's coming back as like a slap in the face to whoever judged you. Also, there's also something going your favor or karma behind maybe being alienated or isolated or being counted out of something purposely, maybe even being discriminated against. So something is coming back in your favor about that. You know, the universe wants you to know that you're supported and that won't go unnoticed. I also feel like what goes around comes around. So if someone judged you and said that you had a lack mindset, now they're being haunted by this lack mindset. They can't really bring in abundance in their life currently because they judge you so harshly during a certain time. Or if someone discriminated against you or isolated you, maybe now they've lost all their friends. Their person broke up with them. Maybe they're all alone now. All right, so something is definitely, karma is definitely coming and spinning the block here. All right, Temperance. So this brings things back in balance. This also brings a lot of peace towards you or harmony in your life, knowing that something panned out the right way or that you were able to get your just due. But more than that, Temperance just talks about you being a good person, being of sound character, of good moral value, and that is being shown. Even if you were judged or misinterpreted in the past, that's being shown in August. So that's good. I also feel like some shit is coming out with the Seven of Swords that's also backing up your justice moment. So someone could be seen for the shady individual that they truly are. Maybe a lie is now being exposed. Something is being exposed here with the Seven of Swords. Someone's bad behavior, or that someone's like a sneak or a fraud, that could be coming out. Let's see, what's the Seven of Swords? All right, King of Swords. There's like a masculine here who's like a real bitch. No, let me not say that. That's wrong. Very bitchy though, like very mean and cold and detached and kind of like a Scrooge, like just very mean. And something is coming out about this person, maybe that they were trying to hide. They're being exposed in some way. I feel like this person was very mean to you or just very cold, treated you very poorly. Something's being exposed about this individual. Yeah, Page of Cups in reverse. This person's very mean because they're a big fat meanie, all right? This person's just not a good energy because, first of all, whatever they're being exposed behind, they don't really feel truly sorry about this. They're not sorry, so just kind of a disgusting individual. And this person also with the Page of Cups in reverse, there's something showing that this person has no loyalty, that they could be a fraud or a scam, or they're just a bad friend, a bad individual with the Page of Cups in reverse. This person is, people are not having favor for this person. So after everything is said and done, a lot of people could be saying like they dislike this person. They don't want this person around. They're not wanted here. Okay. That goes back to the Five of Pentacles of not being wanted. Yeah, so there's some karma hitting this King of Swords, whoever this individual was to you. Sorry, I'm out of the frame. Whoever this individual was to you, but was just very cold, and they're not sorry about something that they did to disturb your life. All right, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I also feel like this person took advantage of you in some way, and they're not sorry about it with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So Six of Pentacles in reverse is also like talking yourself up. So like even if you're dating someone and they're saying, I'm such a good person, I treat people with respect, I'm a big lover girl or a lover boy, and that not being true, this person doesn't feel sorry about that. They're just kind of a cold person, a cold individual, very cold-hearted. I don't know where that stems from. Usually the King of Swords is someone who is just hasn't had it a good time in life, like they could be going through a divorce, or maybe they had a bad business deal, or something bad happened that kind of colded their heart to where they're just kind of turned into that individual themselves. So whoever hurt this person or whatever hurt them, they kind of adopted those qualities of whatever hurt them and just became a bad individual as well. But this person could be getting exposed. They're not likable. So if they had on this good guy or good girl, sorry, this good guy energy, like, that they're a good person, people are seeing right through it. People think that this person's a fraud or a liar or a scammer or maybe even a con artist in some sense. And I feel like this is karma for how they treated you in the past. All right, so you're seeing that unfold in August, definitely. Let's move on to your finances and your career or business. All right, so tell me about Taurus's finances, their career, and their business. Anything significant surrounding their finances, career, or business? Please allow that to come out in this reading. Tell me about Taurus's finances, business, or career in August. Anything significant? All right, we have the Four of Cups in reverse. What else do we have here? We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Ten of Swords. All right. You could have been going through a really tough time financially or in your career or business in your industry. You just weren't seeing the positive or optimistic way of this situation panning out into something favorable for you. So things just weren't looking up for you in the situation. It could have put you in a funk. All right, especially with the Ten of Swords. For some reason, you just couldn't get past this. It was just sticking with you. But in August, I feel like this is coming to a wrap. You can now get out of that funk. You can start to think more optimistically about your finances, your industry. And I feel like things are going to be looking up for you. This cycle is coming to a close. Also, Four of Cups in reverse. There was something that you were overlooking or ignoring that could have been an aid for you or helped you with your finances, business, or career. And it just didn't seem favorable to you. It may have been something that you didn't think that you wanted to do. I see you taking advantage of that opportunity in August and that really helping you. It's something that you just didn't really see favor behind. Maybe it was a new way of doing things. Maybe it was like a new department, a new career, a new industry. Maybe it was going back to get a job, okay, or a certain job or industry that you just didn't really have favor for. You felt like this was something that you truly did not want to do. But I see you looking back at that opportunity and taking advantage of it. And it does build something very sustainable for you when it comes to your money or your industry, whatever it may be. Let's see the Four of Cups here. Give me some messages for the Four of Cups. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. And what else do we have here? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you kind of were pushed into some type of alienation when it comes to how you make money. And from that could have put you in a really sad place with the Ten of Swords. And I feel like you weren't seeing that as maybe like redirection as your protection and your guidance. So something was pushing you into this individual energy to create something sustainable, to bring in more income, to develop your career, to develop your business into a new area. But you weren't really seeing that. And I feel like you were being urged to be the King of Pentacles. So like maybe taking your resources, your savings, your money, and creating something new, or doing something on your own. Maybe starting a business, or maybe taking advantage of your resources. So if you have a home and you have extra rooms, becoming a landlord. If you have an extra house laying somewhere, becoming a landlord, starting an Airbnb. I don't know. Pentacles energy, especially with the King, is like taking whatever resources that you have worked so hard for and utilizing them to create more. I feel like you weren't seeing the big picture with that. There could have been like an opportunity that came your way last month or even earlier this year that you were overlooking. It didn't seem favorable to you, and it could have been because you were still dealing with the brunt or the harshness of being isolated or left out in the cold of some type of, you know, something with your income or with your business or career. But I see you opening up to that opportunity, and you're taking the initial steps here with some help along the way with the Ace of Pentacles. And it's building something sustainable and an extra source of income for you, or maybe a new career path for you that can really be built upon and become long term. So let's see. What's the Ace of Pentacles here? I don't know. It's something that you already have that you can build on. So that's why I brought up like the room situation. Because, like, say you live alone, but you want to make more money and you can rent out your rooms. That may not be favorable to everyone because it's like, I don't really want people I don't know in my house. I don't want to share this home with people, or even like your basement. But this creates more stability for you to have more. So it doesn't have to be that exact example, but this is really helping you in some way. All right, Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, again, whatever this opportunity is, it's been knocking on your door. I know that was corny. It's been knocking on your door for a long time, Taurus, and you just were not into it. Queen of Wands in reverse is like when you're attracting things towards you because you're having that energy of attracting more money, attracting a better job, attracting a position that's being offered to you, whatever it is, attracting something with business. But you just weren't attracted back, okay? And you were overlooking this, but it is necessary for you to go towards whatever dream life you have for your finances, your career, and your business. So it's been here for a while. It's been brought off up to you or offered to you a while ago, and you could be taking advantage in August. Seven of Wands in reverse. You are also coming out of this isolation or having to fend for yourself, which I think is the perfect time for you to take advantage of this. So maybe things just happen the way that they're meant to, because I feel like you're getting more confidence with the Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel like you're not feeling like your back is pinned against the wall. I feel like you're coming out of this alienation that you felt like was imposed on you. You're coming out of that energy and feeling like you're embraced again. And so maybe this is the best time for you to accept this new opportunity. Tell me about the Ten of Swords for my Taurus. All right, Three of Pentacles in reverse. So some type of group energy is dismantling. You could be doing something alone or as the leader, like taking the leadership position, no longer playing small. And this is starting a new chapter for you where you're feeling driven, you're feeling inspired, you're feeling fulfilled and passionate. You're coming out of that Ten of Swords. All right, we have the Moon. So there's been a lot of illusions towards that kind of kept you in this, you know, what you would call a hellhole of a mindset when it came to your money, your abundance, your career, your business. I feel like the illusions are clearing. You're becoming very clear and intentional about who you are. You're having more confidence. Maybe you're expressing yourself in your pain, maybe to a therapist, to an accountant, I don't know, something financially, to people that you trust. And you're letting go of that burden, and the illusions are clearing up with the Moon. I feel like you're able to like have clarity about your next steps and what you're supposed to do to bring in your goals or whatever blessings you're trying to bring in when it comes to your material life. So yeah, it looks like it's looking up for you. August is going to be your turning point when it comes to your money, and also like maybe being a leader or a business owner or starting some new source of income. And it looks like it's going to go very well. All right, let's go ahead and talk about your love life. Last but not least. Oops, shit. All right, tell me about my Tauruses and their love life in the month of August. What can they expect to happen in their love life? What's happening next in my Taurus's love life? Give me some messages, please. All right, Queen of Cups in reverse. What else? Two of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, I mean, we do have a happy ending with the Eight of Swords in reverse. We have the King of Wands in reverse here. So first and foremost, my masculine counterpart doesn't seem to be very confident about leading this connection to where it needs to go. Someone doesn't feel very confident maybe to make the first move or the first steps or to lead, okay? Whatever that means. They may not feel like they're able to have the outcome that they need right now. And that may come from not having the time, or maybe feeling like someone is so hurt or so mad that this is kind of not working in our favor. But there's something here where a masculine is really shying away from taking the initiative that is needed. Now, when it comes to my feminine counterpart with the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is a feminine that her emotions are all out of whack. You say the wrong thing, you do the wrong thing, there's going to be tears, there's going to be anger, arguments. Someone may lash out with the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is someone who's feeling really hurt and their emotions are just not steady. They're not harmonized right now. So the littlest things can irk my feminine at this point, and she may even tend to lash out. If you're single, you know, I feel like if you're a masculine, you could be attracting the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is a feminine who definitely emotionally is scorned and may just not be able to have the emotional maturity when dealing with you. So you may pick up on that. If you're single, masculine, I see that you have a hard time asserting yourself or putting yourself out there, or even, you know, making the initiative towards who you're interested in. So there's a lot to be said here, but it's okay. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, we have the World card in reverse. So this is definitely a feminine here who has some type of unfinished business elsewhere. So there's some type of person in the energy who they have not had closure with. They haven't had a one-on-one conversation. There's still some confusion in the situation, and it's not yet out of this feminine's energy, and that may be making their emotions all out of whack right now. They may tend to lash out. They're super emotional because there's some type of unfinished business here, okay, with the World in reverse. Let's see what else is here. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this is also like not being able to trust your instincts. So there's like a low confidence about like love. Like, you know, if you're dating someone new, is this a good person? I don't know if this is a good person. Are they gonna do something to me? You know, to hurt, to harm me, to harm my heart. Like not being able to trust your instincts, not being able to like calm down and chill in your love life, being on 10, having anxiety, having worry, doubts, or fears about love, new love, or even the love that's currently in your life. Okay. So I do see it like, you know, the emotions are all over the place, but it stems from something that just has not been talked through or dealt with. Okay. There's been some avoidance on the other person's part here with the World in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse. In some type of situation that could be coming in or that's already happening in your life, Taurus, someone has a really bad time prioritizing this connection. this is someone who does not know how to manage their time very well. And so this could lead to burnout where someone's not showing up and putting in a lot of effort in the connection, and that can be frustrating. So let's see what's going on with the Two of Pentacles. This can also talk about someone's other parts of their life bleeding over into the love life. So like family bleeding over, work bleeding over, and it just not being fair and balanced. What's the Two of Pentacles? All right, Three of Wands as well. So I feel like someone's been waiting and waiting for someone to get it together and just give much more of an effort, or to prioritize this connection the way that they say that this connection means to them. But it's almost like waiting in vain with the Three of Wands, because you're waiting and nothing's happening. There's no movement, there's no change, okay? Nothing is arriving of this more balanced space between you two. And if you're dating someone new, this person may struggle with, you know, balancing and prioritizing getting to know you and this bond, and it may feel like it's not going to change with the Three of Wands in reverse. Magician in reverse as well. All right, so the Magician in reverse is very interesting, especially in romantic connections, because with tied to the Two of Pentacles in reverse, someone here feels like they're being manipulated about maybe voicing their opinions about wanting more time or more effort. It's like whenever they bring it up to this person, their excuse always seems to like manipulate this person, making them feel like maybe they're wrong for asking for this, or making them feel like they have been trying when they haven't. So there is a little bit of like mind games or manipulation with the Magician in reverse. I also feel like someone's mystery is now becoming annoying. There's someone in this connection that has a ton of mystery. You don't really know what they do outside of work. You don't really know where they live. You don't know much about their family. You never know what they're thinking. And it's becoming annoying. It's like, okay, can you open up a little bit? Can you just be yourself? It feels like I'm not really getting to know you, like there's a wall. Eight of Swords is a good omen, because it talks about like any of these situations, any of the counterparts, you or this person, whether you're the one who's worrying so much, you know, and putting so much fear onto the connection, or if this person has a hard time prioritizing and, you know, communicating and also putting in a lot of effort. It feels like whatever you or this person has been doing to self-sabotage, whatever has been going on in this connection, you guys are coming out of that. So if you guys are both to blame, if there's issues on both people's parts, or if there's issues on one of your parts, whoever's been self-sabotaging and not, you know, putting their best effort and energy into the connection, that's coming to an end. So that's a good omen. Let's see. Tell me about the Eight of Swords in reverse. All right, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and what else? And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Whoever's been self-sabotaging, this person does not have good memories from their past relationships. Okay, they could have been done wrong or just had terrible outcomes. And that is a big reason why they've been self-sabotaging. Another big reason too is that this person lives very pessimistic. So they don't think that moving forward that their luck can change in love. They always just expect the worst case scenario. And I feel like whoever has been having these thoughts and this energy and been sitting in this energy towards the end of August, they choose peace. They choose to believe in the unthinkable. They choose to believe in the blessing that's before them. They choose to move forward with optimism and cut out those bad habits or bad behaviors that they've been doing to sabotage. So it actually has a really positive outcome, but I do see the struggle and the strife moving towards August, and it's not easy. All right, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. Definitely check out the description box down below if you would like a personal reading, or if you want to go check out my new website. I definitely would encourage you to go check it out after this reading. Of course, I love reading for you guys. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to this channel. And until next time, I'm wishing you guys the best rest of the week. All right, bye, Taurus.